live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to Weird Weekly Recap AKA W.W.R. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for a strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. I'm diving, you know?
I got it.
AKA News. I'm A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you so much for coming in and watching. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, June 6, 2026. 666. That's a little worrisome there. So,
excuse me.
Bless you. Especially today. So let's get into the news today, shall we? Starting us off in Odyssey Central, the Moroccan Wall, the world's longest continuous minefield. Wow. The Moroccan Wall, yeah, like this is it's all a defensive boundary. The Moroccan Wall of Western Sahara, aka the Moroccan Wall, or simply the Berm, is one of the least talked about militarized zones in the world. Yeah, I never heard of this.
No.
Despite holding the record for the world's longest continuous minefield. It consists of long sandbanks, military fortification, and an estimated 7 million buried landmines, as well as large quantities of unexploded ordnance. The origins of the Moroccan Wall can be traced back to 1975, when the Spanish occupation of Western Sahara ended, as Spanish troops retreated from the region. Neighboring countries Morocco and Mauritania swooped in to divide the territory between themselves, ignoring the wishes of the local Sahrawi people, who had been fighting for independence since 1960. And this is a map here.
So I haven't even heard of the other country, or whatever I guess they're countries.
What, of Morocco?
Morocco, and what was the other one? Sereno or something like that.
Well, Morocco and Mauritania.
Mauritania.
Yeah.
I've heard of Mauritania.
I've heard of Mauritania.
Have you? Good.
Yeah. I just want to show like a bigger version of this map. So this red line is the continuous wall of just like, you know, the embankments and guard posts and just minefield. Holy crap!
I wonder what the colors are, because it's going up into the same pinkish orange up atop.
Well, this is just the Western Sahara region is the one that's lit up in this. This is Mauritania.
Okay.
And here's Morocco.
Okay.
And then there's Algeria.
Okay.
So
they're even doing it to cut off Algeria. Is that it?
Well, this was like between the two countries, or the Spanish or something. I don't know, like whatever it was that we just read here. Yeah. Like it goes from the sea all the way up to here.
That's wild.
So, yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like a modern day trench line of sorts, you know.
It's been there forever.
Yeah, well, it's not forever. It's been there since 1975.
That's forever when you're mining.
Yeah,
hundreds of miles.
True. We're going to continue on up, but if anybody's interested in reading the rest of this article, it's already in the underbar of the description below, as is all these others. This one's wild. A woman has late pet dog's ashes mixed into her eyeliner tattoo ink to have him with her always.
Oh, man. So
not only did she permanently tattoo eyeliner around her eyes, which, I mean, you're going to sag with age. Yeah, there's Botox and, all this vanity surgery stuff is getting more advanced by the day, but still, like, you're going to age. And now you're putting another creature's burnt up skeletal remains in your body. This has to, that can't be good. Your body might reject it or something.
Well,
in
I
DNA,
don't know about that.
Like different DNA,
the DNA is pretty well burned out of it. You're talking. Well,
it's still a foreign object.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so is ink.
Yeah. True. Claire Hobson, a permanent makeup artist from the UK, lost her beloved dog Patch after 20 years together and decided that she wasn't ready to let him go. Instead of just taking his ashes with her everywhere she went, she decided to have his ashes mixed in with her semi-permanent eyeliner so she can still see the world through so he could still see the world through her eyes. So he that made the dog.
Semi-permanent? What is semi-permanent?
I guess it's not permanent then.
Well, that makes a big difference.
Well, the whole point of the word permanent means, it's forever. Yeah. If it's not permanent, it's not permanent. What's a semi-permanent bullshit?
I don't know. Maybe you have to have it.
That sounds like a word for a marketing gimmick.
Well, I don't know what that means, nor do I really care, but I know you can have tattoos removed. Very painful and everything else, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move on up from one crazy lady to another crazy lady here. 37-year-old woman impersonates 12-year-old girl for 14 months to deceive family into adopting her.
What?
Wild. Police in the Brazilian state of Santa Catarina recently reported one of the most bizarre identity fraud cases in its entire history. A 37-year-old woman was discovered impersonating a 12-year-old girl with a history of abuse in an attempt to convince a local family to adopt her. An investigation found that the woman was a repeat offender who had previously impersonated minors in Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Minas Gerais. Amanda Maria Souza de Oliveira reportedly started her elaborate identity fraud by tricking the pastor of a church in Joinville, the largest city in Santa Catarina, that she was a 12-year-old girl named Gabriela who had run off from an abusive family in the state of Pará. After successfully gaining the trust of the pastor and members of his congregation, she not only received financial assistance, but was also referred to a local family who took her in. Holy crap. Like, this is, she should be put down. I'm sorry. Like, therapy, yes, but after this repeat, at what point is someone just a financial burden on society wherever she goes? This one's kind of concerning here. Man builds autonomous AI-powered water gun turret to keep pigeons away. Well, if we can do that with a water gun, somebody can do that with a real gun to keep humans away. Terminator, hello? So, pigeons may be adorable when they fight for breadcrumbs and bitsy squares, but when they fill the skies overhead, but many consider them annoying pests that are extremely tough to get rid of. Yeah. So, using an electric battery-powered water gun, an orange P5 mini computer, a USB camera, an open vocabulary object detection neural network, YOLO World V2I, that must be the AI program or something, 2 server motors, resistors, and a transistor. This sounds expensive. For turning on the water gun, the hero of our story built an AI-powered water gun turret designed to spot and shoot pigeons. The system is very straightforward. A USB camera spots the pigeon when it approaches the turret's perimeter. The neural network spots the pigeon. The servo motors turn the water gun and fire straight at the intruder, driving them away. They put a space here for weird things. They have a YouTube here, so let's check this out. Specifically, look, do you see all the poo right there? So, that's pretty interesting.
Well, let me tell you, the simplest way, and it looks like it's a ledge right there.
Mm-hmm.
You spike that ledge with nails, boom, 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 up all along the line, and they're done. They won't land.
Well, that is going to require getting the landlord or the owner of the building. Is it?
Oh, and squirting them is okay onto your if that's not his property.
Well, it rains.
I assume it's his property.
It rains.
So what?
Well, I mean, squirting, it's not going to do damage. If it can stand a rainstorm.
Yeah, but why to go to all this when you can put nail spikes on there?
Well,
and you're done.
Once again, he might be renting. We don't know. We don't know if that's his house. If he's renting, that's a neighbor. We don't know any of that. I mean, if that was his house, and yes, that would be.
Well, it says you said it sounded expensive, but there it says cheap electric toy water gun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
maybe it's cheap.
A lot of people do things in the vein of the great Jurassic Park quote. People get so caught up whether or not they can or they could, then they don't stop to think whether or not they should. So I don't know. Anyway, let's move on up here. Mexico's Field of the Gods, a unique football field inside an extinct volcano. Pretty cool. The Teoca Amateur League features 10 teams, each representing a single family from Santa Cecilia Tepetlapa. There is no age limit, so it's not uncommon to see teenagers playing alongside pensioners. Although women do not currently play on the field, they take part in the spectacle of football by encouraging their favorites from the sidelines. Uh-oh, that sounds like misogyny. The field of the gods was born out of necessity rather than eccentricity or spirituality. Santa Cecilia Tepetlava was surrounded by steep mountain slopes, so the nearby extinct volcano provided the straightest surface available for a football field. So they just built it in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean, look at that picture. If it's gonna, there we go. Come on, there we go.
There it is. That is cool.
That's awesome.
Man. Yeah.
Like you go into the forest. Oh, it's not letting me.
What do you got? A hike up there to play football? Hike down?
Well, I'm not sure how steep it is, but yeah, maybe.
Doesn't look like its access is the greatest.
Yeah.
Although they come in from the city over there, it looks like.
Maybe.
A little bit better.
There might be a road, like if you see here, but that looks like it cuts into the actual mountainside, so I don't know. But it looks like there's a park there.
Yeah, it looks like there's some access there.
But this modern fortress in the middle of a Russian field is the perfect zombie apocalypse camp. Oh, here we go again. The fortress of Pekovata is the property of local businessman and developer Vladimir Galanogolov, who first went viral in Russia in 2021 when he first tried selling it via online real estate platforms. Back then, he said that he had always dreamed of building his own castle, and this project was as close as he was ever going to get. Due to unspecified reasons, Galganov never got around to building the castle of his dreams, but he hopes that whoever ends up buying his medieval-style fortress will complete his projects. Okay. And they only have photos of this, but so look at that. Like, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actual walls and everything. So, a 1,100 square meter cottage on a 1.2 hectare plot in Peshkogovata village, Russia, has recently been put on the market for the modest price of 40 million rubles, or $550,000. Located on the banks of the Don River, a few hundred meters from the nearest home, this unusual property features high walls and several archer towers, ready to take on attackers. Well, it might be worthwhile investing. You know, if somebody had the money. Woman unable to close her eyes due to botch operation now has to pay surgeon for defamation.
What? I don't even get that.
So,
woman unable to close her eyes
due to botched operation now has to pay surgeon for defamation.
So she could then, I guess.
What do you mean?
She could close her eyes then.
Oh.
How? She has to. She has to pay the surgeon defamation. That means he was defamated.
Yeah, I know what defamation means. I was just...
Okay, I'm trying to connect the dots how this works.
Well, let's read this.
Yeah.
In June of 2020, a woman surnamed Wang went to the Maxi Cosmetic Surgery Clinic in Shenzhou City, China's Jiangsu province, to undergo a double eyelid surgery. Also known as Asian blepharoplasty. This is a relatively common cosmetic procedure that creates or enhances an upper eyelid crease. However, in this particular case, the effect was not the desired one. After paying $12,000, whatever, I don't have a denomination here, $1,800, Wang was operated on by a surgeon called Ming, who claimed to also be the clinic's marketing director. Wang was discharged that same day, but that very night she started experiencing severe pain. She called Ming and was actually told that everything was fine and the pain would disappear in a matter of days. Unfortunately, as time went by, Wang's symptoms worsened. Not only did the pain not subside, but her eyelids had began to turn outward, and her eyes began secreting large amounts of fluid that continuously dripped down her face. To make matters worse, Ming stopped answering her calls, and she had to seek help at a local hospital. Holy crap. Yikes. This is a nightmare.
And then she had to pay him for defamation?
Well, let's see here. Let's see. The young woman did get corrective surgery at one point, but she was still left with one eyelid damage that prevented her from fully closing her eyes, even when she slept. Trying to find where, in the end, the two parties reached an agreement. Ming was to pay Wang 850,000 yuan in damages, but why damages? Like, Wang thought that after signing the settlement agreement, she could go back to leading a normal life, but soon learned that Ming had started posting videos on social media insulting her and accusing her brother of fraud, among other things. Her sister-in-law fought back, posting pictures proving that Ming had practiced medicine illegally, and Wang herself appeared in several videos to recount her story and clearing it. Okay, I'm getting confused here.
I'm really confused.
Like, so, I don't know. If anybody can decipher this, let us know in the comments. Like, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. So, like, I'm sure this is simple to figure out, but we got to keep on going here. I heard about this. This one's crazy. Enraged by divorce filing, man tears down family home with an excavator.
Yikes!
Look at that. You see a big old chunk out of the house?
Yeah, I do.
When 48-year-old Eric Pierzois' wife told him that their marriage was over and she had filed for divorce, she didn't exactly expect a positive reaction, but she also didn't expect him to literally bring down the house. However, after a night of drinking, the man did just that, using a construction excavator to partially demolish his own property. Well, now she won't get it. Divorces can get messy, yada yada yada. We'll never know exactly what prompted Eric Pierzois' extreme reaction to his wife's divorce filing, but according to CBS News, it occurred after a night of drinking, after allegedly telling his wife, quote, "If it's over, I'll tear down the house," end quote. The 48-year-old man climbed into an excavator and started tearing down chunks of the house. Shockingly, the man's wife and 2 daughters were still inside the home while he was tearing into it with the construction machinery, and sounds of the demolition could be heard during the spouse's desperate 911 call. Luckily, they were not injured. Wow, this guy lost his shit.
I think he's going to jail for a while. Especially with him inside.
Yeah, like that could be attempted manslaughter with a deadly weapon.
Child endangerment with a daughter in there.
It definitely would be child endangerment.
There's so many. I mean, he's going to go up on so many charges.
Yeah, it's not going to just be one. All these speculations, they can just add them all.
Yeah, and that's what they would do.
And absolutely, this could be considered assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah. All of it. They're going to have a list a mile long for this guy.
Attempted vehicular manslaughter, destruction of. Can you get charged with destroying your own property? Insurance fraud, maybe.
Yeah.
Only after the fact if you try to claim insurance.
Yeah.
That is. So, what else do we got here? World's largest game of human foosball played in Ontario. Now, do you know what foosball is, right?
Of course.
I'm going to play this here.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, they tried them so I guess they just
You need to chill.
Here. Oh, so they just did. It'd be a lot cooler if they actually That's still pretty cool though, yeah. What else do we got here? Idaho man keeps 5 balloons in the air for over a minute. We know an IOYO man, who does a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
David Rush, who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Records titles, took on the record for the longest duration to keep 5 balloons in the air after previously setting the team of 2 version off the record at 16 minutes and 25 seconds. Oh yeah, we spoke about that time. He and some other guy, they were together keeping balloons up. Rush said it took him 17 attempts at the West Boise YMCA to reach Guinness World Records goal of 1 minute. He ended up taking the record with a time of 1 minute and 14.89 seconds. Really interesting that it happened at the YMCA. We're going to be talking about the YMCA in the History Channel later today. I think it's when they were founded in Britain. So, yeah, so you can't hush the rush. We also have police use tarp to catch bear falling from tree in Arizona.
She's coming.
Yeah. Just get him to the ground and back off. Yeah.
Oh, he's drugged?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe they shot him.
Well, yeah, obviously he has to be drugged. Why would everybody just allow themselves to be that close to the bear?
She's stuck on the tree.
Back up, buddy. Back up. He's coming. Hey, get up. Back up, buddy. Back up. Leave him alone.
What's a bear?
Good? Yeah, good.
Okay, Bobby? Bobby,
Yeah, it has to be tranquilized or something.
Yeah.
So, what else do we got here? Teen assembles Mr. Potato Head in record breaking 4.63 seconds. Speed cuber Kalen said he had spent about a year practicing with the toy before taking on the record in January and successfully beating it with a time of 4.63 seconds. He's now 16. He was 15 at the time of his attempt. The previous record, 4.75 seconds, was set by Malaysian Lim Kai Yi in July 2024. They don't have a video.
Wait, 4.75? Wouldn't that be 5.10? 15 seconds?
4.75. No, that's 4 3/4.
No, 60 seconds is a minute. Oh, they're doing percentages. Okay.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I thought it was 4 minutes and 75 seconds.
4.63 seconds.
No, it's got to be it's got to be a percentage then.
What do you mean a percentage?
Let's say they did it at 4.5. That's 4.5 minutes.
Okay, minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking.
We're talking about seconds here.
I know. What I was saying is 4.75 has to be a percentage, 4 3/4 minutes. Because if it's 4.75, seconds. Excuse me. Never mind. I'm a little slow. He put it together.
You're hurting my brain, dude. Like you're making me question reality here. Like what the fuck?
I don't know, Mr. Potato Head. I know of it.
Yeah.
You can put one together in under 5 seconds.
Apparently, he did it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
You just take a potato and put ears and stuff on it.
Well, no,
right?
like you have this, and then you put the potato on his legs, put the ears on, nose, lips, eyes, arms.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like he's assembling the potato.
You worked with a real potato.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm a long time ago.
Yes, you are. That has been made apparent. I still love you, my dad.
Too late.
Too late. You're the one driving me to the edge of madness with your slowness. Too late. Anyway, more from UPI. Orphan long-tailed weasel returned to the wild in California. The San Diego Humane Society's Project Wildlife Program announced an orphan long-tailed weasel has successfully been rehabilitated and returned to the wild. Officials said the weasel was found as a newborn in Riverside County on March 20th and was taken to the Humane Society's Baha'i Wildlife Center. The weasel, the youngest ever admitted to the organization's care, was in critical condition and required round-the-clock care. It was transferred to the Ramona Wildlife Center, where she was placed in a habitat to help her develop and the required survival skills for her species. So now she's back out. It's pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah. World's largest blanket fort constructed in Las Vegas.
Blanket what?
Fort.
Okay.
Clark County announced the fort, designed by students from West Career and Technical Academy, was constructed at the Desert Breeze Community Center with help from the local volunteers and sponsors, including Las Vegas Grand Prix, Atlas Crane, Foster Kingship, and Leverage LV. An official Guinness World Records agitator was on hand to confirm the structure was large enough to break the record for the largest blanket fort at 14,103 square feet. The previous record, set in South Carolina in 2024, stood at 12,291 square feet. They have a video here. Let's see.
Foster care or kinship care. The prior record.
But that's not fair.
Hey, really, Wes.
Recreation.
That's not a blanket fort. You can only use couches and chairs and furniture, not a metal skeleton. That's cheating. That's not a blanket fort. That's a blanket tent. No. You need to use couches, sofas, ottomans,
cardboard
chairs.
boxes,
yes.
something,
That's a real fort right there. Pillows, What else we got here? Loose chicken fled animal control and then took a dip in the pool. A chicken on the loose in the Kentucky neighborhood. Wow, in Kentucky. A chicken in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that's why it ran. It's just trying to escape. A chicken on the loose in a Kentucky neighborhood led an animal control officer and neighbors on the chase before taking a dip in a pool. That's pre-seasoning itself. How nice. She arrived to find local residents attempting to catch the fugitive fowl. Officials are now trying to determine the chicken's origins so she can be returned to her owner. So we just have this photo right here, which I don't have Facebook. So, okay, yeah, they got the chicken. Cool. Baseball bounces off head of Angels Joe Adele for rookie's home run. We covered an article in history.
Yeah.
But this is new.
Now
fly ball to right center from Rumfield. Adele's after it in the gap, and he makes the running catch. Oh, I didn't grab it.
Did you see it there? Hold on.
No, I didn't.
Let me bigger this really quick. Come on. Load up. Come on. You can load now.
Grab it. Now fly ball to right center from Rumfield. Adele's after it in the gap, and he makes the running catch. Oh, I didn't grab it. The ball actually clanked off of Adele, and I believe grab it. The ball field. Adele's after it in the gap, and he makes the running catch. Oh, I didn't grab it. The ball actually clanked off of Adele, and I believe.
Dude, that's so interesting that we, like, just a week or so ago, we covered an article where that happened. That was what?
Well, that's why I got confused. I came, wait a minute, we've seen that. It can't be new.
So I guess this is the second time in history? Because, like, didn't you say this was the only? Or I saw somewhere that was the only time this ever happened, right? Or
I don't know. I have no idea. I wouldn't have said it was the only time.
How many times have people?
It can't be very normal.
Yeah.
I've seen them go off of the glove and over. You know, when they're upright at the wall.
You know,
trying to catch it.
How many times has baseball bounced off head? Let's see.
Home run.
Well, it just says Jose Canseco.
I think that's who bounced off his head. Yeah. That's the one we watched.
Oh wow! It's already updated at least 2 times. Once off Joe Adele's head in 2026. That was what we just talked about.
Yeah.
And previously off Jose Canseco's head in 1993.
So they've updated it.
Dude, what is this world? Like this is the second time that's happened, and we also have the second time we've had a non-consecutive 2-term serving president. Like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That this is all happening in
I don't know what one has to do with the other. They're nowhere in the ballpark.
Did you mean that?
Of course.
That's very clever. I am impressed. I am impressed. That's a home run there.
Oh, man.
I would even say that's a grand slam. Anyway, last but not least here, United Airlines flight to Spain pulled U-turn apparently over Bluetooth device name. What was its name? It says here, a United Airlines flight from Newark, New Jersey to Palma de Mallorca, Spain, pulled a U-turn late Saturday over what appears to have been a suspiciously named Bluetooth device on board. Flight tracking data shows that the flight, which should have landed in Spain after a nearly 8-hour flight, instead returned to Newark after 4 hours and 24 minutes in the air.
Whoa!
So they were already over halfway there, living on a prayer. So, see here, United to address a potential security concern. Some passengers knew a little more. The flight attendants had asked passengers to turn off their Bluetooth devices. One post referenced in-flight announcements with lots of comments like, "This little joke is ruining it for everyone." But what was the name? Like their security detail, yada yada yada. There is an active Bluetooth network labeled bomb. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna label your Bluetooth that? Wow. One self-identified passenger wrote on TikTok. She shared a video of herself drinking sangria, geotagged to Palma de Mallorca after the flight finally arrived. Another Reddit post of someone who claimed to be the spouse of a passenger similarly reported that the word in question was bomb and that device was a teenager's speaker. So maybe like a bass bomb or something. You know, they're trying to make a play on words or whatever. But, dude, like, man, that just adds a whole other level to the TSA. Now they gotta run your Bluetooth and wireless devices, you know, through a name check security sweep. I mean, I can't blame them for doing that. Yeah. Because you don't want to check, you know, oh, who's connected to my internet? Oh, who's bomb?
Yeah.
Why are they bomb?
Yeah.
You know, this is not good. That's, oh man, I can't blame the airlines. That is terrifying. Yikes. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, also known as notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have other shows. In about an hour and a half, we have a history show.
Yeah, there we
go. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., we have...
IOYO, I'm okay, you're okay.
Yeah. You know, we just, we talk about topics, you know, that we might disagree on or agree. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
Even if we agree, we still have different points of view, and that's the whole point. Like, it's more of a intellectual, discussion, not necessarily a debate, but at the end of the day, whether we agree, disagree, or whatever, I'm okay, you're okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, and for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you are you, and if you're still watching up until this point, put in a business card in the comments section. If you've come this far, Until you catch us next time. What's so funny?
Your business card.
Well, it's my weed trough,
I don't know what it looks like from the camera side, but this side's funnier now.
Anyway, until you catch us next time, toodles. I'm trying to figure out.
That's it? What a disgusting doodle.
Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs up, subscribe. Toodles! How about that?